Losing a spouse is one of the hardest challenges life can throw your way. If you recently experienced this kind of loss, or if you've been living with the grief for a while now, it might feel like the world has been turned upside down. It's not just the absence of a partner, but also the ripple effect it has on every aspect of your life. You may find yourself questioning how to move forward, how to make decisions alone, or how to find purpose when it feels like so much has changed. But I want you to know something important. While grief is a deep and personal experience, it doesn't have to define the rest of your life. You can find ways to navigate this difficult time, to honor the memory of your spouse, and, just as importantly, to take care of yourself emotionally, physically, and mentally. It's about discovering how to rebuild one step at a time and learning how to thrive again even after such profound loss. In today's video, we'll cover 7 life-saving tips for seniors after losing a spouse. These aren't just general pieces of advice. They're practical, meaningful steps you can take to help yourself heal, feel supported, and keep moving forward. These tips are designed to help you not just survive, but find joy in life again, in a way that honors both you and the memories of your spouse. Let's start with the first tip. Don't isolate yourself. After losing someone you've been with for so long, it's easy to retreat into your own space and disconnect from the world. You might think that being alone will help you grieve, or that you don't want to burden others with your feelings. But the reality is, isolation can make things harder, not easier. Grief is already a heavy load to carry, and carrying it alone can be even more overwhelming. The first step is to reach out to others, whether it's friends, family, or support groups. You don't have to talk about your grief if you don't feel ready, but simply being around others who care about you can make a world of difference. Even a brief chat over coffee or a walk around the block can help you feel less alone. And if you're comfortable, consider joining a grief support group. Talking with others who are going through a similar experience can help you realize you're not alone, and it can also give you valuable insights into how to cope with your emotions. Another thing to keep in mind is that people who care about you want to be there for you. They might not know exactly what to say or how to help, but even small acts of kindness, like a phone call or offering to help with errands, can bring comfort. So, don't be afraid to reach out when you need support. It's okay to ask for help, whether that means having someone to talk to or just sharing a quiet moment with someone who understands. Now, let's move on to the second tip. Take care of your physical health. I know it might seem hard to focus on your health when your heart is heavy with grief, but taking care of your body can actually help your emotional healing process. Physical activity releases endorphins, which are your body's natural mood lifters. Exercise can help you feel a sense of accomplishment and increase your energy levels, which can be particularly helpful when you're feeling drained by grief. You don't have to jump into a full exercise routine right away. Start small. A gentle walk in the park, a few minutes of stretching, or even just getting outside for some fresh air can make a difference. And remember, it's not about pushing yourself too hard. It's about finding something that feels good for you and helps you maintain your health. Moving your body can also improve your sleep, boost your mood, and help with your overall sense of well-being. Additionally, taking care of your health also means paying attention to what you eat. In times of grief, it's easy to fall into unhealthy eating habits, whether that's overindulging in comfort foods or forgetting to eat altogether. Try to focus on nourishing your body with balanced meals, lots of fruits and vegetables, and plenty of water. You don't have to be perfect, but making small adjustments to your daily habits can help you feel more grounded and in control during a time when everything might feel out of balance. One last thing to mention here is the importance of sleep. Losing a spouse can disrupt your sleep patterns, and sleep is crucial for healing both physically and emotionally. If you're struggling with sleep, try creating a calming bedtime routine. This might include reading, meditating, or simply taking a warm bath before bed. And if you continue to have difficulty sleeping, don't hesitate to reach out to your doctor for guidance on ways to improve your rest. The third tip I want to share is stay connected with your hobbies and passions. After a loss, it's easy to feel like your life has lost direction or purpose, especially when so much of your routine revolved around your spouse. But it's essential to find ways to stay connected with the things you enjoy, even if they don't bring the same joy they once did. Whether it's gardening, knitting, painting, or reading, these activities can provide a sense of continuity and help you feel like you're still moving forward, even in small ways. Maybe you love taking long walks with your spouse. Now, consider taking those walks for yourself. Or, if you used to cook together, maybe you can find a way to still enjoy cooking, perhaps by trying out new recipes or inviting a friend over for a meal. Sometimes, engaging in activities that bring you joy can give you the strength to get through the tough moments. They can also serve as a reminder that even though life has changed, there is still beauty and meaning to be found. Starting with the small things can be incredibly healing. It's important to give yourself permission to enjoy those activities and moments, even as you grieve. Healing doesn't mean forgetting your spouse. It means finding a way to keep living, to keep moving forward while carrying their memory with you. As we continue, I want to emphasize that grief is a journey. It's not linear, and it's not something that can be fixed overnight. But there are steps you can take to make this journey more manageable and to ensure that you're not only surviving, but also learning to live and thrive again. Let's dive into the fourth tip, which I think is incredibly important. Take the time to grieve, but also allow yourself to heal. Grief doesn't have a set timeline. It can come in waves, sometimes unexpectedly. You might have moments when everything feels overwhelming, and other times when you think you're doing better, only to be reminded of the loss. That's perfectly okay. What's important, though, is giving yourself permission to feel those emotions. It's normal to feel sadness, anger, confusion, or even relief at times, and all those emotions are valid. You don't need to rush the process. But as you grieve, it's equally important to allow yourself to heal, even if it feels like you'll never get back to normal. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means learning to live with a loss in a way that honors your spouse and allows you to continue living fully. And this takes time. Sometimes, people feel guilty for moving on, or they believe they need to stay stuck in their grief in order to honor their spouse. But that's not true. Your spouse will want you to live a life of purpose and joy, and part of that healing process is giving yourself permission to step forward, even in small ways. Allow yourself to experience moments of happiness, even when they feel bittersweet. Embrace the new experiences that come with living on your own, and let yourself discover new aspects of life that can bring you joy. Which leads me to the next tip. Manage your finances carefully. Losing a spouse can bring about significant changes in your financial situation, and sometimes the stress of that can add to the emotional burden you're already carrying. If you haven't already, it's important to take a clear look at your finances. This might mean sitting down with a financial advisor or someone you trust to help navigate things like insurance, Social Security benefits, or any debts or assets that need attention. It's also a good idea to review your budget and plan for the future. Even though it might seem overwhelming, getting a handle on your financial situation can give you a sense of control during a time when many things feel uncertain. If you're unsure where to start, don't hesitate to reach out for help. Whether it's a trusted friend, family member, or professional, getting assistance with your finances can bring peace of mind and help you feel more confident as you move forward. Taking care of your finances doesn't just mean budgeting. It also means taking steps to ensure your own financial security. Consider looking into life insurance policies or retirement accounts to see how they can support you in the future. It's never too late to start planning, and making informed decisions now can give you a sense of stability that allows you to focus on other areas of healing. Now, let's talk about another crucial tip. Take time to redefine your social life. When you've been in a long marriage, socializing as a couple becomes second nature. Suddenly, you may find yourself navigating social situations alone. It can be intimidating to attend events, go out with friends, or even just engage in casual conversations without your spouse by your side. But this is also a time for you to redefine what your social life looks like moving forward. It might feel strange at first, and you might have moments where you miss your spouse terribly. But reconnecting with old friends, or making new ones, is a great way to rebuild a sense of community. And this doesn't have to mean huge social gatherings. Sometimes, a simple phone call with a friend or neighbor, or an invitation to coffee, can remind you that you're not alone. You may also consider volunteering, or joining a club or organization that aligns with your interests. Giving back to others or finding a group with shared passions can be a fulfilling way to create new connections, feel a sense of purpose, and start a new chapter in your social life. It might take time to feel comfortable, but remember, social interactions don't have to be huge to be meaningful. Even a short, pleasant conversation can provide comfort and a sense of belonging. The last tip for today is one that's often overlooked but so essential. Embrace self-compassion. Grief can be filled with a range of emotions, and sometimes we're our own toughest critics. You might find yourself thinking, I should be doing better by now, or why am I not coping like others seem to? But it's so important to be kind to yourself during this time. It's okay to feel lost, confused, or unsure what comes next. Give yourself permission to feel however you feel. You don't have to have it all figured out. Healing is a process, and it's different for everyone. Being kind to yourself means not rushing through your emotions, but rather accepting them and allowing them to exist without judgment. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to a good friend, gently, with patience and understanding. And if you ever feel like your grief is too heavy to carry on your own, don't hesitate to seek professional help. There's no shame in talking to a therapist or counselor who can provide additional support as you navigate through this challenging time. Now that we've covered some of the emotional and practical aspects of healing, let's dive into a couple of tips that can help support your overall well-being during this challenging time. Physical health is just as important as emotional health, especially when dealing with grief. When we experience loss, our physical health can sometimes take a backseat. We might neglect eating well, exercising, or even just taking care of our basic needs, all of which can compound the stress and emotional strain we're already under. So, let's focus on some practical steps you can take to stay physically healthy during this period. Start by making time for regular exercise, even if it's just a walk around the block. Movement is not just good for your body, it's essential for your mind. Exercise releases endorphins, the body's natural mood boosters, which can help alleviate some of the sadness and stress you may be feeling. Even a short daily walk can help clear your mind and boost your energy levels. It's also a great way to get out of the house and experience a change of scenery, which can help you feel less isolated. If you've been used to staying at home more, consider finding a local class or group activity that interests you. It could be something like yoga for seniors, water aerobics, or even a knitting group. Anything that gets you out of the house and moving in a way that feels good to you. And remember, you don't need to do anything extreme. Gentle, consistent movement can have a huge impact on both your mental and physical health. Next, let's talk about nutrition. Eating healthy, balanced meals is a crucial part of maintaining your physical health, and it can also support your emotional recovery. After losing a spouse, it's easy to fall into the trap of not feeling like cooking or preparing meals. You might even find yourself skipping meals or eating unhealthy comfort food to cope. But maintaining a nutritious diet is one of the most self-caring things you can do for yourself right now. Start with small, manageable steps. If cooking feels overwhelming, try preparing simple, nutritious meals that don't take a lot of time or energy. A balanced meal doesn't have to be complicated. Think of meals that combine a variety of food groups, like a salad with protein or a simple stir-fry with vegetables and lean meat. You don't need to be a gourmet chef to nourish your body. If you don't feel like cooking at all, consider looking into meal delivery services or even asking family or friends if they'd be willing to help with meals. If that feels like too much, there are always pre-prepared options available that you can find at grocery stores or even senior centers. The important thing is that you're eating well, staying hydrated, and keeping your body fueled so you can keep moving forward with strength. Now, we're going to talk about something that's often overlooked but so crucial, keeping a sense of purpose. After losing a spouse, life can feel like it's missing a crucial piece. It's not unusual to feel lost or unsure of what's next. But one of the most powerful ways to regain a sense of direction is by reconnecting with something that gives your life meaning. This could be anything: a hobby you've always enjoyed, a cause you're passionate about, or something you've always wanted to try. Sometimes, just giving yourself permission to explore a new interest or develop an old one can reignite a spark in your life. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that you've lost everything, but a new chapter in life means that new opportunities are possible. Maybe you've always wanted to learn how to paint or write. Perhaps you considered taking up gardening, or you thought about volunteering at a local shelter. Finding something that speaks to your soul is one way to make sure that your days are filled with purpose. These activities don't just pass the time. They can fill your heart with joy, create new memories, and even introduce you to new people. Don't be afraid to try something new, even if it feels intimidating at first. You might be surprised at how fulfilling it can be. Finally, let's talk about honoring your spouse's memory in a healthy way. It's important to find ways to remember your loved one, but it's also crucial to do this in a way that doesn't hinder your healing process. While there's no right way to mourn, creating rituals or acts of remembrance can bring comfort. This could be as simple as lighting a candle on anniversaries, keeping a favorite photo in a place where you can see it, or continuing a tradition that you both enjoyed. One way many people find helpful is to create a memory box or a scrapbook that honors your spouse's life. Include things like photos, letters, or mementos that remind you the good times you shared. This can serve as a beautiful, tangible connection to your spouse, while still allowing you to move forward and embrace the new aspects of your life. As you honor their memory, remember to also honor your own journey. It's okay to make new memories, to laugh again, and find joy in the moments you create for yourself. You're not betraying their memory by living fully. Instead, you're living in a way that would make them proud, finding happiness, even in their absence.